So if you've clicked on this video and you're not a regular viewer of my channel, first of all, thank you, but second of all, I'm going to guess that you're one of the following: A huge Darth Maul fan, B, a huge Clone Wars fan, C, a huge comic fan, or D, just generally a huge Star Wars fan that either doesn't have access to the Son of Dathomir comic or has read it before and has kind of forgot the plot and doesn't want to go back and read it all again, so you've clicked on this video. So that being said, please do subscribe first, and then we will go straight into the Son of Dathomir comic, summarized as quickly as I can. So it takes place just after Palpatine beats Maul in season 5 of the Clone Wars, and Maul is captured and taken to a prison on Stygion. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, like it's literally a written word. It's not like anyone says it, so I'm gonna guess it's that. Palpatine and Dooku discuss how they need to take care of Mother Talzin once and for all, and by take care, I mean eliminate. And moments later, some of Maul's Mandalorian fighters break into the prison, not directly where Maul is, but they break in following Almec's orders. Almec is obviously the Prime Minister that Maul reinstated on Mandalore. Dooku speaks with Maul and then uses Force Lightning as a punishment for Maul refusing to give the names of his underworld leaders. As we know, Maul has kind of started a criminal underworld, and Dooku wants to know who's behind it as well as just Maul. As we know, one of these leaders is Dryden Voss. Dooku leaves, and soon after he leaves Maul is broken out by his Mandalorian fighters and they escape the prison. And they go to another planet where they have a base set up, and this planet is Zanbar. Grievous leads a separatist invasion to Zanbar as Maul's ships were tracked when he escaped the prison, and a battle breaks out where Maul is ripping through battle droids and Grievous is ripping through Mandalorians. Grievous and Maul fight, it's only very short, and Grievous gets the better of him, landing a kick on Darth Maul, and Maul's fighters are losing the battle to the battle droids. Maul escapes with what he has left, and Talzin reaches out to him, and they craft a plan which will lead to Maul going to Ord Mantell, preparing for another battle against the separatists. On Ord Mantell, there is the Black Sun, the Pikes, and Talzin actually sends over some Night Brothers as well to help in the attack, and obviously the remaining Mandalorians from the initial battle are present as well. The separatists arrive, Dooku on land, Grievous in the sky, or in space I should say, and basically Maul flies to Grievous's ship and he captures Grievous, and Maul's fighters on the ground take care of Dooku, capturing him, so Maul has successfully captured Grievous and Dooku here. It then cuts to Mace Windu, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Tipli, the sister of Tiplar, who was killed in the Clone Wars by the inhibitor chip going off, and they try to figure out what they can about the battle as they don't know who has participated in it and why it has happened. Because obviously all the battles so far have usually been Republic versus Separatists. They come to the conclusion that they cannot let Mandalore fall into the hands of the Separatists, so they take action. Maul contacts Palpatine, showing him that Dooku and Grievous have been captured, but Palpatine doesn't seem fazed by this and says that Maul can kill him if he wants, basically, and he has no further use for them. Obviously this isn't true, he would still want them to be alive. As we see, he doesn't just kill them himself after this moment when Maul doesn't kill them, but he probably had a plan B in case they did die. Maul proposes to Dooku that they should join forces as well with Mother Talzin as a trio to defeat Palpatine. The Republic arrive, Grievous escapes as he was taken away from Dooku and Maul by some Mandalorians. He escapes from them, and Dooku agrees to partner with Maul currently to kill the Jedi that have arrived, and those Jedi are Tipli, Mace Windu, Aayla Secura, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Dooku kills Tipli with ease as Maul fights against Aayla Secura and Mace Windu at the same time, pretty impressive, and then Windu, Kenobi, and Aayla Secura are knocked out by a Mandalorian rocket. This leads to Dooku and Maul escaping, of course. Windu contacts Palpatine, confused as he thinks that Dooku and Maul are the Master and Apprentice Sith Lords that are out there, as obviously we know that proper Sith Lords there can only be two, a Master and an Apprentice, and they don't know who the Master of Dooku is. Well, now they think that Dooku is the Master of Maul and they are the two Sith Lords. But they're not entirely sure, because that does not explain the battle on Ord Mantell, because if Dooku and Maul were partnered, then how was the Separatists fighting anyone if Maul was the only other present army on Ord Mantell? Dooku and Maul then travel to Dathomir, where Maul and Talzin realise that Dooku had intentionally partnered with Maul as a part of Palpatine's plan, so they handcuff him again, and this leads to Mother Talzin possessing Dooku's body, taking control of it in preparation to fight Palpatine. Speaking of Palpatine, him and Grievous arrive. Talzin in Dooku's body fights Palpatine, and Grievous fights Maul. Palpatine disarms Talzin and Force Lightnings Dooku's body, separating Talzin from it and giving Dooku back control of it. The Separatist fleet arrive as Maul's Mandalorians are requesting backup from the Pikes and the Black Sun, but are declined, and Maul beats Grievous in a duel, sending him off of a cliff. Not to his death, of course, but taking him out of this battle, as Talzin sends some magic towards Palpatine and Palpatine meets it with Force Lightning. Dooku then joins this, adding his own Force Lightning, and Maul shares his power with Talzin, not by adding Force Lightning, but by giving his power to her. This potentially canonically confirms that Maul can't use Force Lightning like many people have believed before, because if he could, surely he would just do it now. However, Talzin and Maul are getting overpowered. Talzin sends Maul back to a ship behind him with his Mandalorians in it, so he can escape. Grievous then comes back because obviously he wasn't killed, and he deals the final blow on Mother Talzin, and Maul escapes with his Mandalorians. However, this does not stop the Separatists destroying Dathomir with all its buildings and stuff like that, and that's pretty much it. So that is the Son of Dathomir comic summarized in a short amount of time. Obviously, I don't know how long it is going to be yet because I'm just filming it, but I'm going to try and comprise it down as short as I can so that you can find out all of the story in as little time as possible. So because I've done that for you, I'm only going to ask for two things in return. Number one, you leave a like on this video, and number two, you click subscribe. And then of course, if you want to, you can leave a comment, you can share the video to your friends, you can do whatever you want. But with that being said, thank you for watching and goodbye.